Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Turbine Talk, brought to you by Jeep. I'm your host, Shaz Hussain. We had an amazing show today. It was an absolute honor to bring to you the legend, the man behind the legendary Fast and the Furious. It was an honor for me to once again bring to you Mr. Avik Anwar. Who had just recently won so many things, and we wish Avik Anwar the absolute best. Lots of love for Avik Anwar. Craig, a couple of days ago, you and I were talking, and you had said this one line, and I quote, and I hope I'm not misquoting you here. You said, "Cars are like canvases where we paint speed." Craig, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so you said to me, cars are like canvases where we paint the picture of speed. Can you please elaborate on that? That was a beautiful line.
Yeah, it wasn't my line. I forget who first said it, but I adopted it probably 20 years ago. So whoever created it was a genius. Basically, it goes like this. Cars are canvases on which we attempt to create images of speed and beauty. In other words, we want to make our cars look fast, and we want to make them good looking. Of course, everybody's definition of what is good looking is different. But ultimately, the spirit of that comment is, it is your canvas. It is your creation, created to reflect your personality. There is no right, there is no wrong. And just like decorating your house, there's some people are going to not like the art that you put on the wall, and some people will. So don't let that discourage you.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful way of putting it. Craig, let me ask you a very interesting question. What do you think is the most underrated performance upgrade for a car?
Underrated. Well, the difficult words like underrated and overrated. Well, probably underrated. If I had to pick one, maybe nitrous oxide. A lot of people don't understand what nitrous oxide is. And how to properly use it and all of its potential uses. And so people tend to shy away from it. I don't know the regulations in your country, but nitrous oxide is a great way to make horsepower cheap, right?
Yeah.
So I've been using nitrous oxide for, well, let me put my Mustang, when I bought that car in 1993, the nitrous system arrived before the car. It was already in my
really?
house for me.
Let me ask you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So, in the movies, when we see the hero put on the nitrous, shoot the nitrous, does it actually work like that?
No, you do not go into warp speed like the Starship Enterprise. No, I can tell you, you will not be breaking the sound barrier. You will not be breaking the speed of light. So no.
So you're saying I'm not gonna see the environment or go all blurry and everything?
That was a topic of debate. Anyway, a nitrous system, if you're running a 300 horsepower engine, you could probably put a 60 or 75 shot of nitrous on it, and 75 horsepower, you're going to feel that amount of horsepower. Now, if you have a 106 horsepower Fiat Panda, you're going to put a 20 horsepower shot on it and pray to God that it doesn't blow up.
You hate pandas, don't you?
No, I just use it because when I'm talking to international audiences, I don't know every car that they have for sale in their country. You know,
Sure,
generally speaking, gas is expensive, really expensive all over the world. You know,
all
we're
over the world.
complaining about $4 a gallon here, right? It was $3 a
Mm-hmm.
year ago. My
Mm-hmm.
E85 is $2.50 a gallon, so it's nothing in the grand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make sense for other countries like Central America to be driving cars where it's $8 a gallon and they're getting 15 miles to the gallon. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of
Right.
these countries use small engines, 1.2, 1.4. So I think nitrous oxide is a great modification to put on a car within reason if you know what you're doing. And if you don't, you better have a backup car.
Craig, I've got somebody in the chat line who's commenting on your Bride racing seat. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's for sale.
Yes, but shipping to a foreign country would be very expensive.
Very, very expensive.
Very.
Craig, can you show us the what has just recently arrived to you?
Oh yeah. So okay, hang on. Let me get this.
I wish Avik Anwar was here for this. He would love this. I apologize that I didn't bring this up sooner.
Ah, okay. Let me get my hands on it. Where did I put it? Hang on a second. I just put it down.
I hope you didn't lose it.
What did I do with it? I just had the darn thing. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Buried it on my paper. So, for you fans of the movie, you might recognize this little prop.
Check this out, guys. Brian Earl Spillner. What does he look like? A serial killer or something? That's
What's
dialogue
interesting
from the
is
movie. Yeah?
it has a fake credit card in here that has
Oh wow!
his birth date, September 12th, 1973, and his date of passing, November 30th, 2013.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
That's in there. And then it has a fake Social Security card.
Mm.
So if anybody's trying to get citizenship with that card, United States, let me just tell you right now, it's not going to work. Just so you know. But
We're not getting into that.
But you
Yeah,
can
go
get
ahead.
it from Fast and Furious or FATF Maxima on Instagram. They're about $60 for the wallet and all the prop cards. So I know it's a lot of money for some people, but if you're really a diehard collector, if you're Avik, who goes out and buys $1 million GTRs, you probably can swing it.
That was really cool, Craig. This was an amazing an hour and more, a little over an hour and a half actually. It was. I grew up watching you. The day I released here's a fun thing. The day I released the promo about our interview, one of my friends called me up, Mr. Osman Tahir Tanuf. He's the managing director of Hotel Tower Inn. He called me up and he goes like, buddy, do you remember that when we were in school, we used to borrow the Fast and Furious DVD from an XYZ friend from Zubair Sadek? And I was like, yeah, we did. I remember. Do you remember in the end, towards the end of it, the extras had an interview segment of Craig Lieberman, and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. Craig, they say you should never meet your heroes. I've never had that, not with you. I've had nothing but a positive thing with you. I appreciate you being here with us. We have lots and lots of love for you. And like everybody's asking, would you like to visit Bangladesh? I've already told Craig that Bangladesh, welcome Craig.
I would be
very
happy
soon.
to do it. So I actually did my next appearance. The guys from Chrome Cars are flying me out to Nordschleife once Germany opens up to do a book signing and an appearance there because they collect movie cars. And then there's going to be another appearance after that, like a month later. So as soon as it opens, I'm going to do that. I've already done Sweden. I've done Canada. I've done, years ago. Well, that was a while ago. But Thailand. I haven't been to Bangladesh yet. So, but I'd love to see it. I'd love
We're
to.
gonna have to have you here. We're gonna have to have you here. One quick question before we finish this up, Craig. People hate me for this, right? People hate me for this. What do you think of the new Supra?
Well, I saw the actual FT1 the day it rolled off the truck at Cars and Coffee here in Irvine, California.
Right.
FT1 was proportioned differently. It had a very long nose, right? It felt more like a Ferrari, Gagliardi, one of those kind of cars, or even a
Right.
Datsun.
Right.
And I said, if they make it this way, I will buy it. Then when I saw
Sure.
the new car, I said, okay, the proportions are off. It's a stubby little car. It doesn't have the super wraparound dash. The engine is fine. People say it should be a 2JZ. They don't understand the laws in this country. The B58 is a fine engine. Steph Papadakis is already making 1,000 horsepower with that car. It's not the engine I don't like. I don't like the fact that it's all BMW and the interior has none of the Supra history in it. And the other thing is, it's just too small. It is like a. I think the FT86 is actually bigger than this car, inside and
Right.
out. And it's just too small for me. I mean, I can fit in the car, no problem. It just doesn't have the. I mean, there's nothing I can do with that car. No, I'm out. I mean, I think it's a good looking car. I think with all the wide body kits we're going to see on these cars and surface team, I think it's going to be fantastic. It's a good looking car when it's all done up. Magnificent looking car. It looks fine now. I'm past my initial reservation. But it's just not a car I would buy. I would be more inclined to buy the 400Z and do something with that.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. People hate me for this because I just can't stand that car. I just can't stand the new Supra. The design, I mean, the design aspect of it. Performance is performance, sure, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. But the design aspect of it, I can't tolerate it. I've got a last question from Nihan Rashid. Nihan Rashid is actually a very, very highly talented writer. Nihan Rashid has asked, is it true that Vin Diesel declined to appear in the sequel despite being offered $25 million to reprise his role, because he was not happy with the script? I'm not sure if Craig would know this, but Craig,
Yeah,
do you know this?
I do know it. That rumor is absolutely true because he was not happy with the script. So this he's talking about Tokyo Drift, I think, because he was it Tokyo Drift or Too Fast? If you have to look at my notes, but essentially, it was that he wasn't happy with the script. Also, Rob Cohen, the director from the first movie, basically attached himself to Vin Diesel, and they went off to go do Triple X, and then Diesel wanted to do Chronicles of Riddick and Pitch Black and all that, and those movies did not do nearly as well as they thought they were going to do. So Vin came back at the end of Tokyo Drift in that final scene. After Justin Lin literally went to his house and sat by the pool and begged him to come back, and basically Vin Diesel said, if you give me the complete rights to the Chronicles of Riddick to the Riddick character, then I'll come back. Okay, and that's the way that went down. That's public information. It's on the news boards here in the United States. You can look around. So
okay.
So,
Nihan has, go ahead.
And I see he's asking about the R34 in the movie.
Right.
Yeah, says, with all the rules and regulations placed, considering the car wasn't 25 years old. So I did a video about this a while back about the Nissan Skyline being in Too Fast, Too Furious. It was about how a neon SRT4 was almost the car instead of the R34. In that video, I basically explained that we had to buy 4 from Japan to bring them over, 3 more from Japan. When we bought 4 from Japan, plus my car was a 5th, and another one from England, which was a 6th. So it was very difficult to get them over here, but we did not federalize them. They came in as movie props, so we didn't have to do any paperwork other than a bond, and that was it. So we got the cars over here within a couple of weeks. We paid $48,000 a piece for the cars and $13,000 to ship them.
Really? That's so cool.
This is what they were going for in 2002. Again, they were not federally legalized in this country, which is a process that adds about $25,000 per car.
True. Craig.
Good question.
Craig, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know you're a busy man. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to be with us here today. As you clearly can see, you've got a huge fan base here. We appreciate your influence in the car culture and the butterfly effect. Like I said, the butterfly effect. You have changed lives. You've changed people's perception on a lot of things. You've defined what is cool. You've defined what is cool to have in a car. And we
Well,
appreciate you
people
for
give
that.
me way too much credit, man. I was just one person in a giant machine, and a lot of people were involved in that. And of course, let's not forget the tuners themselves, who were the general inspiration for the movie's concept in the first place. So
True.
I was just a guy who was just kind of there corralling things and trying to, make it easy for them to make decisions, that kind of thing. So, but I
We
appreciate
appreciate what you do. No, we appreciate what you did. Thank you for sticking to your guns as much as you could. I know it probably was a difficult process to constantly tell the producers, no, this is wrong, that's wrong, you should be doing this. I'm pretty sure it was very difficult for you, but we appreciate the things that you've done. Craig, any last thoughts?
Well, I want to tell you how honored I am to be doing this with you, because some of these podcasts we do, people when they get on it, they say that sometimes that the car enthusiasts, but it's clear that you and your audience are absolutely car enthusiasts. So it drives my energy level up, and I like that about doing this and telling these stories. And I only wish I could do it in person, because as much fun as this has been, it's even more fun in person. So
Well, we got to get that happening.
yeah, so if I ever get over to Bangladesh, you guys get me over there, and we'll have a big dinner. I can tell all kinds of stories, and that's a lot of fun, especially with you guys, hanging out in the little club thing and doing what you do and enjoying a good stogie or whatever it is your jam is, right?
True.
Or the hookah. They got me into hookah years ago.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't be doing that here. Not anymore. I don't think we can. So that's why we vape and smoke.
Oh, they're not allowed to hookah anymore?
I don't think it is. I don't remember the last time I had a hookah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
right, we'll
but
skip that.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
All right. Well, as long as they have Frappuccino, we're good.
We'll get you some.
Okay.
Craig, thank you very much for being with us here today. We appreciate what you did once again. Thank you. Lots of love, brother, and I hope that you come back very soon to us. I hope that we can one day sit and I get to join you and Avik Anwar with a
Oh, that would be
Pinto.
great. That would be great.
Pinto. I'll be driving a Pinto.
Yeah. Well, make sure everybody's following me on YouTube if they want information. I'm starting to
Yeah.
branch out with other car videos and that kind of stuff.
Where can people follow you?
YouTube, just under my name, Craig Lieberman. And they can also follow me on Instagram, Craig Lieberman _42. So I'm sure you'll put links in here.
For my viewers here, I'll put Craig's socials on my description, and you can catch him. He does amazing live shows. He does a podcast style content that's really informative, and it's really interesting. I always love it. I enjoy it. Craig, thank you once again. I hope
My pleasure.
you stay safe. All right, Craig. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we're about to wrap up the show. This was an amazing show. I loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I appreciate the turnout that we had. Everybody, let's go to the chat lines and check quickly. I see Mr. Omar Ahmed was here. Mr. Omar Ahmed, thank you for being here with us. Mr. Bivan was here. Mr. Neon was here. Nihan Rashid was here. Farouk was here. Ms. Fairuz Nahreen was here. Mr. Farhan Haq was here. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful comments. This was a one-time thing. We'll be back once again in the near future, but I cannot guarantee you when. But when we do, I guarantee you that you're going to enjoy what we have to bring for you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is COVID situation. Please be home, be safe, and if you have to go out, wear a damn mask. It's very easy to do. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. I wish you the very best. It was Turbine Talk. I was your host, Shah Hussain, and this show was brought to you by G. Thank you and good night.